Hi everyone, so in today's video we're gonna be doing some conditional execution here on Python. We're gonna do three exercises. The first one is salary calculation, the second one is error handling with try and except, and the third one is grade assignment. So let's go right into the number one. Exercise number 1. Rewrite the salary calculation program to give the employee 1.5 times the hourly rate for all hours worked over 40. So here's the input. Hours equal input hours work, and it goes to this X here, int hours, and we have as well the rate. That's as well an input, and it goes to the letter Y. It's a float, as you can see, so we can add some decimals in this input here. Now, the interesting part here is that we have both if and else. So, if the hours are below 40, it goes directly to else. That's the multiply of x and y. The x is for hours and y for the rate. And it's going to print their salary. Now, if the hours are bigger than 40, it goes to this if here. Here's how it works. The extra hours equals x minus 40. This is because we need to get the extra hours, not the 40. That's the case here. So if we put some number like 45, for example, this equation here, it's going to show a 5. So extra hours is going to have the value of 5. Now result equals extra hours, that's a 5 in the example, multiply 1.5, that's the times the hourly rate for all hours work over 40, and multiply by y. Y is the rate, plus the hours 40 multiplied by y. So we have this here is for the hours between 0 to 40 to have the rate for that case, and here is for the extra hours. We need to add this to have the full equation. So they print your salary with the result. If that's not the case, it's going to be a simple multiplication, and it's going to show the result without the 1.5 times the hourly rate for all our works over 40. Let's run the program so you can see. Hours, let's put 35, for example, and a rate of 10, so we can do quick maths. So your salary is 350. That's because the hours were below 40. Now let's run it again, and let's put 45 as example and a rate of 10. Your salary is 475. Now if we didn't have the 1.5 times the hourly rate for all our works over 40, this right here will be like a 450. But as the number was higher than 40, it went directly to the if scenario here. So that's the first exercise. Now let's go right into the second one. It says exercise number 2, rewrite the salary program using try and except so that the program can gracefully handle non-numeric inputs, displaying a message and exiting the program. As you can see, we have try and except for the first two inputs. If you put something that's not a number, it goes directly to the except case for each one. It goes for the hours and it goes for the rate. And it says print please write a number, and please write a number. And we have the same thing over here about the if and else as the last exercise. So the interesting part here is that we have try and except. Let's go and check it out. Okay, so hours work. Let's put firstly some numbers. 50 and 15. Okay, as you can say, as you can see, it works properly and it's doing all the code here. Now let's put some. Oh fuck. Um, Stop. I'm sorry. Let's run it again. Okay, so let's put some letters now, like an E or whatever. Okay, it says please write a number. That's why I said you have to put a number for it to go directly to the equations. Now it went directly to the except case, and now we are on the rate. So if I put a letter as well, it goes to please write a number here on the except. So let's put a Y. Please write a number. Okay, terminate. Now let's put number and a letter or letters like week, for example. It says please write a number. So that's the first two exercises there. And now let's go to the third one. It says exercise number 3, write a program that prompts for a score between 0.0 and 1.0. If the score is out of range, display an error message. If the score is between 0.0 and 1.0, display the grade. This is very easy actually. We have an input for the grades and we have a variable a that saves the grades as a float here on the code, and we have an if for the grades, that's the letter A, and if it's higher than 0.0 or lower than 1.0, the print its value out of range. So we have to actually put a number between those two numbers, between 0 and between 1. Okay, else. Okay, so if the number it's actually 1.9, it's going to say outstanding. If the number it's 1.8 and it's lower than 1.9, it's going to say remarkable. If the number is 1.7 and below 1.8, it's going to say good. And if the number is 1.6 and lower than 1.7, it's going to say enough. The else case here is for the 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, and 1.1. It's going to say insufficient. So let's run the program so you can tell what's going on here. Okay, introduce your grade. Firstly, let's go with insufficient, like 1.3 for example. As you can see, it says insufficient. Now let's run it again. And my bad. Okay, introduce your grade. Let's go with a enough case. So we have to put like 1.65 because it's between these two numbers right here. So it's gonna say enough, as you can see. Pretty easy, right? Now let's put something like something remarkable. So 1.7 is okay. No, 1.7 is good. My bad. As you can see, as you can see here, it's for good case. Okay. For remarkable, we need a 1.8. So let's go with that. Introduce your grade, 1.8. As you can see here, it says remarkable. And finally, let's go with the outstanding one. What about a 0.99, for example? Introduce your grade, 0.99. So it says outstanding. Now let's go with the value out of range, so you can see what happens if we put something bigger, higher, I mean, than 1.8, 1.0, or lower than 1.0. So introduce your grade. Let's go with that. Okay, so lower. Let's put some negative numbers. Okay, so negative 67, for example. It says value out of range, so this is working just great. Now let's go with something higher than that. Let's go with something like 100 or something. Okay, intermediate grade. Okay, so 125, for example. It says value out of range. You can print whatever you want here. I just went with the simple thing that it says value out of range. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching everything, and bye bye.